I'm not gonna say it's a perfect car. I'm not gonna say it's a perfect car, but that noise and the way the boost comes on is so fun. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a review of this 2018 VW Golf R 4MATIC or 4Motion, whatever they call it. This is the Mark 7.5, so it's got the nicer like designed headlights. I think the 7.5 would be the best looking modern Golf. The newer one, the Mark 8, I'm not a fan of it. I think this was when this is peak modern Golf, because look at those lights, and then these are like the swoopy indicator. If I can, should I indicate? Yeah, the swoopy indicator like that. That's sweet. Yeah, it's got a look at the design. It's a subtle design. It's not too aggressive, but the quad exhaust, it looks pretty good, and it doesn't sound too bad. I have a video of it, so I'm gonna play that now if I'm not too lazy. Oh, it's starting to rain. Perfect. But yeah, I think overall the design is I say it's a good 8 out of 10. I love the wheels. I love this. I'm not sure what the grey is, but I've seen the ones in those beautiful blues. They're so good as well. But this is nice dark color with nice black wheels. But yeah, let's talk about practicality. Let's go rear. Now the front seat's in, I'm not saying it's my ideal driving position, but it's the one I can find comfortable, so it's a bit leant back. But I still got some good knee room. I do have room to go forward, so there's quite a bit of leg room still available. Feet can go underneath pretty nicely, because yeah, that's one thing about the seats in the front. We'll talk about that later actually. Yeah. But yeah, knee room good, head room very good. 6 foot, you might be able to squeeze in here. 3 adults wide, I'm not so sure. I've yet to be in a car where 3 wide is a good idea. This passenger seat is just in a really far back position, so it's fine. But this is like the best middle seat I've been on. It's too raised. You don't have a ton of leg room, but 3 wide is possible. But yeah, the seats, leather. It's like a 50,000 mile car, so the leather is not as good as it was originally, but it's still soft, still comfortable. There's still some good give in it. It does have cup holders. Damn, it does have cup holders. Not the closey ones, but they're still cup holders. What's this? I didn't see this. Oh, it has a through hatch thing to the rear. That's pretty sick. So you can put your skis in that. That's pretty sweet. ISOFIX in the rear. I think there's 2 on each side, which is good for families, because at the end of the day it is a practical hatchback for families, but it just happens to have 300 horsepower. We'll get onto that later, because I really like the way they've calibrated the engine and shit compared to the M1 35i X-Drive. This is a much better hot hatch. It's starting to rain into the interior, so we're gonna fix that. Let's roll these windows up before it becomes a swimming pool in here. So yeah, plenty of space up front for the driver. Oh, right, there we go. Saved it. It's just a really hot day. And turn again. So yeah, plenty of space up front for the driver. Nice little footrest, big pedals, very easy to use. I got comfortable pretty quickly. It does have some interior lights. I'm not sure you can see it. Hopefully you can see that. But it has some interior lights there. It has lighting on the skid plate over there. Ooh, with this little Golf R. But yeah, steering wheel is nice. I do prefer it to that. I'm gonna compare it to the M1 35i X-Drive, because that's like the main competitor. The BMW steering wheels have gone a bit too thick, I'm gonna be honest. This is a nicely rimmed, nicely choice of words. It's got a nice thickness to it. There you go. But yeah, and it feels pretty good. These pedals are not custom, they're aftermarket. I think the regular ones aren't this nice. These are like nice metal ones they've added on, which is really makes it a lot better than those plasticky ones you get from factory. You get a nice digital display. I should probably turn this on. You get a nice little digital display, like an Audi. It's not as good as the Audi one, of course, because it's not allowed to be, but it's very useful, very clear. I need fuel. This infotainment is pretty easy to use. I think once the ignition is on, it's pretty easy to use. Everything's very easy to use. It's quite hot outside, so I'm gonna leave that on. Yeah, everything's easy to use, and everything feels well made. There are some plastics, but they're like down there, but you're not gonna really touch them off. There's just that this one is, the handle uses kind of classic, but this nice little lever here, or leverette, lever here, lever there, lever on top, lever on the dash, if that's lever. Armrest here is nice and comfortable. It has the nice cool VW Audi thing where you can just like put it at a certain height and it'll stay there. Cup holders, and this sliding thing is nice and big enough for like my phone. Like that's perfect, isn't it? DSG gearbox, easy. It's a dream to use, to be honest. And it is pretty good. Automatic mode, manual mode is pretty good. The one gripe I do have, even though the layout, everything's pretty good, I still prefer the BMW version, because they have the drive mode selector over here on BMWs, and you can just go sport, eco, easy peasy. Here it's all the way in here. Right now it looks okay, but once this is in drive, you can't really see that mode button or that start button, so you have to like just feel it out and then press it, which I don't think is good. They could have put a mode button somewhere here, but yeah, that's my one gripe, is just the placement on this button over here. The rest of it is really perfectly fine. You have good storage here, door bins are good, glove box is good. Yeah, overall it's a great daily. It is a Golf in the end of the day, so it's going to be good at being a daily. But then, you know, the engine. Oh, let's take a look at the boot. Let's take a look at the boot. Take a look at the boot. It's not a bad sized boot, but it's not the biggest. Average at best. But yeah, it's still a smallish hatchback. But overall, I think that the design's pretty good. The practicality is pretty good. I think for the price, for the 7.5, Mark 7.5, you're looking at 20-25 grand for a good mileage one, which is pretty expensive for a car like from 2018. But it's a really good car though. We're gonna take it for a drive, and we can see its main selling point, which is its engine and four-wheel drive system. Let's so you can hear it. Open the sunroof as well. Let's listen to this engine right here. Oh, sorry. It's got a good exhaust note for a 4-cylinder, and it does do some crackle and pops, and there's the DSG farts as you change up and down. Let's give it a rev. I think you hear it. A little pop, 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 pop. And my favorite drive mode is of course race, but individual, the owner has that up pretty perfectly, where the steering is in comfort, so it's still light, because in race the steering gets really heavy. So he has it in comfort, and the race, everything else is in race pretty much. And that's pretty much, I think, the perfect dailyable setup, because the heavy steering does get tiring after a while when you go around town trying to do tight turns. So I'll leave it in individual. Look, you hear that? Give it a little squirt down here. I mean, that is also one of the things I noticed about this car, is that it will, I understand why people drive these so quickly, because once you get a taste of like the performance, yeah, when you get a taste of that, you kind of get addicted to it. It is similar to the M135i, but I think this car, even though I'm a BMW fanboy, whatever, this VW Golf R is a lot better than the M135i. That BMW had, it felt laggier, and then when the turbo kicked in, it wasn't as eventful as this. This one, you hear it spooling, then it hits, then you hear the blow-off valve, and it's just, oh, it's so much fun to just press the accelerator in this car, because it's almost like a hyperspace button. You press it, you wait, you bang, and you're gone, really. So I think they've calibrated this a lot better than compared to than BMW did for the M135i, because it's supposed to be competing, but this car feels a lot more fun to me. And as a hatchback, I think they're pretty equal. It's just whichever one you prefer the design of. I think the BMW is a lot better made interior wise. I do prefer the layout of the BMW. The sat nav's up there instead of down here, and the layout of these buttons is a lot better on the BMW. And I think they're pretty much almost similar price, but the BMW is newer, so it's gonna be a little more expensive. But this car, if you're looking for like a hot hatch daily, there is a reason why this is like, everyone considers a Golf R or Golf GTI, because this car is pretty much perfect. It's just that you can't compare these 4-cylinder cars to bigger engine cars, what I found out. The more, oh, let's put it down. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, as I was saying, that performance, that was incredible. The performance in these 4-cylinder turbo cars is incredible, but you do miss something from not having a bigger engine. I don't know how to explain it. We've got to try it to find out. Because every car I drive, it's always the ones with the bigger engines that leave more of an impact on me. They feel like they have more character. But that's not to say that these cars aren't good. Like, these cars are pretty incredible, especially this Golf R, because wow. Because I see these around almost every day. I see at least one Golf R a day. And now I can really understand why that is the case. Because it's an easy car to drive, and the performance is insane. 4.4 seconds to 60, 300 brake horsepower, and it still returns around 30-40 miles per gallon. And it's the comfort. It's not the most comfortable car, but it's not stiff. It's not really that stiff. So I think it's a good balance between like stability and performance. It's one hell of a car. The exhaust sound, I think it's better than the M135i, but we're like, at that point we're not really comparing that good exhaust to begin with. But yeah, if you compare those two cars back to back, you will end up, well, you'll end up finding out that this is the better package. I think they've just had a longer time to perfect it compared to BMW. It's like really their first time at a 4-wheel drive hot hatch. But Golf VW has nailed this car, to be honest. I haven't driven the newer ones to know if it's better or worse, but I have heard it's not that much better than this 7.5. I think they really nailed this car. Let's let this go through, because I'm just nice like that. Just that the ergonomics aren't as good as the BMW, but everything else makes up for it. I want to keep pressing the accelerator pedal so hard, but like, you get to 30 in literally 2 seconds. You get 30. That is a problem with cars this fast. You don't really get to enjoy them that long. It is a pretty quick experience, and you're like, oh, I'm breaking the speed limit. I might give it a squeeze here. Is it 30 here? It's 30 here. Oh my God. We barely made it to second gear and we're doing 30. That's how quick these cars get. So that's all the fun you get to get, and now you're just cruising around. But that's still sick though. That is so sick, this car. So if you're looking at buying one, I definitely shortlist this. It's gonna be it's gonna be top of your list, I'm gonna be honest. Because I really don't, I'm not gonna say it's a perfect car. I'm not gonna say it's a perfect car, but that noise and the way the boost comes on is so fun. Compared to the M1, the M135i was missing fun. This is a lot more fun than that M135i. And the mods you can do to these cars, because they've been around for a lot longer. So there are so many mods, so many tuning mods, so many body kits, so many suspension mods. It's actually a better car in the not long term, but if you're looking to customize your cars, it's even better. But yeah, I think overall it's a pretty much 9 out of 10 maybe. The only way you can go above this is literally an RS3 with a nice 5-cylinder engine, makes a beautiful noise, and it's even quicker, which is insane. But yeah, if you're looking for a great daily, I have been talking about, like, every car I've driven, I said, is it a good daily or not? And this one might be above all of them, even the 3 Series. Even though the 3 Series is a bigger car and it's more practical, I think this one being a bit smaller, easier to park, easier to maneuver. Wow, what a car. It actually surprised me how good, because it looks, from the outside it looks like a Golf with 4 exhausts on it, so you'd think it's gonna be regular, but that engine is so characterful when the turbos kick in. But yeah, and the turbo lag is not as bad as that M135i X-Drive I drove 2021. But yeah, I think tech-wise it's still up there, even though it's 2018. You do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but it's a wired version. So that's still good though. Oh, what's that? Damn! want to do to that? Wait, what was I saying? Yeah, so you do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cruise control, lane keep assist, pretty much everything you need. Eco mode, Bluetooth, you have sat nav. But yeah, they create a really good car. I might have to look at the Auto Trader for a couple of these, because even the Mark 7, the Mark 7 looks good. The Mark 7.5 is the better car, but the Mark 7 starts around, I think, 16. I think it's like a 60,000 mile car, so maybe 16, 17. But yeah, shortlist this, test drive it. You'll understand why everyone buys one. If you're looking for something different, because you know everyone has one of these, you're gonna have to look around. Maybe the M135 or the A35. But yeah, there's a reason everyone buys this car, because it's pretty much perfect. And yeah, I might title the video, "Is this perfection?" I don't know, because I'm not sure what I would change apart from a bigger engine. Everything else is perfectly fine for me. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what other cars you want featured on the channel, and I'll try to get them on. Thank you. See you guys later.